So, that's what we shall do. Warlock.
Your soul shall be mine.
Kicking off with a rare. I'm not a big fan of Doomguard. Argent Commander is much more of a safe play. You could take Shield Bearer. This is the card I'm growing to like, but let's just take Google Warrior. It seems pretty solid. Soulfire. I'll take it here. It's nice to have. And then Spellbreaker is a Warlock if you're trying to kill people. Silence is nice to have as well. We'll take the Flame Imp here. I tried for a while the don't take Flame Imps strategy. It didn't really work out very well for me. Take a Shadow Bolt for clearing out big minions. I'll try to go for more aggro than mid-range, so I'll take the Infiltrator over the Worgen. And a Demon Fire for clearing out things seems good as well. Now, this is a tough moment, because the Blood Imps is just bad. I don't like that card at all. Succubus is bad too. We'll take the Succubus though. Let's just go aggro and just throw away our cards. Knife Juggler is awesome. It's exactly what we want. Mortal Coil is one of my favorite Warlock cards. It's really one of my favorite cards in the game. We'll take a Loot Hoarder over these other 6 drops. Go for aggro. And I think the Geomancer is good. It's really nice with Mortal Coil and sometimes even with Soulfire. So that's a fine move by me. Here, I could take yet another 2-drop, or I could take this 3-drop. We'll take the 3. It's nice to have some 3s even when you're going aggro. And the Dark Iron Dwarf is good for aggro as well, to buff your stuff. Now, I don't want 2 Spellbreakers, so I'll take an Iron for a Grizzly there. Monty Berserker, best 2-drop in the game. Now, do I take a second Soulfire here? That's the question. Or do I go full aggro and take a Nightblade? I'm going to take a second Soulfire and just hope I don't draw them at the same time. That's what we're going to do here. Mortal Coil number 2, yes please. I'll take another Argent Commander. This is a really good finisher. Mr. Popo asks, why no love for Blood Imp? With a very limited amount of minions on board, its current effect could be more useful than the previous one. Good question. Yes, what you say is true. As just in my experience, I have found that it sucks. I mean, the theory that, you know, it will give buffs to the same thing more than once is nice. I just haven't found it to happen. Now, I took a Silverback Patriarch, a stupid monkey, over the other 2 drops there because it's nice to be able to protect your cheap crap with bad minions. The Call Master can draw you a bunch of cards, but I'm going to take the Gnomish Inventor, which is guaranteed to draw a card. Summoning Portal is not a card I like. I could take a Yeti for some mid-game, but why not take the Abusive Sergeant? That's extra damage through the face, so might as well go for it. Now, second Knife Juggler or Defender of Argus? What's better for aggro? I'm going to take the other Knife Juggler there. This is garbage. We'll take the Ogre Magi. Okay, third Soulfire is definitely too much, so we have to take Loot Hoarder, unfortunately, here. And Stormwind Knight, I think, for some finishing damage should be okay. A third Mortal Coil? Yeah, Mortal Coil is pretty good. We'll take that over the Razorfen Hunter. Fourth Mortal Coil? How many Mortal Coils is too many Mortal Coils? You know what? This is the day we find out, folks. We're going to just take every Mortal Coil we get. Looks like I got a Defender of Argus anyway, and that's that. So we went, I think this qualifies as an aggro deck. I mean, really, I don't know how many more cheap things I could have taken than what I took. I mean, I passed on a Voodoo Doctor or something, but still, this is lots of 1-drops, lots of Mortal Coils, a bunch of 2-drops, and we're just going to try to go for the face as much as we can. With 2 Argent Commanders to finish things off. Alright, now with 2 Soulfires, you definitely don't want to keep them in the opening hand. Soulfire is a questionable opening card under the best of circumstances, but with 2 of them, I definitely don't want to keep it. So there's Mortal Coil number 1. Oh my god, I cannot get a 1-drop that isn't Mortal Coil to save my life, or a 2-drop for that matter, even though there's nothing else in this deck. Okay, there's an Amani Berserker. Let's see if that survives. Blue Owl Thunder opines that Blizzard should have kept Blood Imp as a 1/1. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's not like it's used for attacking all that much. Blue Owl Thunder says that Archmage wouldn't have been a bad pick. It wouldn't have been bad, that's true. I like the idea of just keeping my curve as low as possible. If I'd been playing more of like a hedging type of deck, that would have been pretty solid for all these Mortal Coils that I have. As it is, I have an Ogre Magi, so that could be good enough. Alright, so next turn I can do Shadow Bolt and Mortal Coil to bring down a Senjin or a Yeti if one gets coined out. I could also Mortal Coil my own Berserker and start going for the face. Just gonna dagger up. Do I want to do this? I've got 3 Mortal Coils here. Well, no, that's silly. It's much better to play the Dark Iron Dwarf, so yeah, let's play the Dark Iron Dwarf. Oh, okay, we got a Kobold Geomancer, so Mortal Coil now deals 2 damage and draws a card. And I can do 2 of them. Well, I can do 3 of them. Heh. Okay. This is actually a very slow play by the opponent. She's not doing very much. Mr. Popo says Mortal Coil own Loot Hoarder. Strats. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to do Defender of Argus right here. This seems pretty straightforward. I'm going to enrage my Monty Berserker. Finish off that guy with Mortal Coil number 1. Swing for 5. So this is actually a pretty terrifying board here. It's 11, 13 damage. She's got a bajillion cards. She's done nothing all game, mind you. But she's got a bajillion cards. Let's see what she can do. Blood Accelerator is not impressing me. Direwolf Alpha is not impressing me. Wow, she had 10 cards. She had 10 cards. And she came up with 2/2 drops. Well, some games you just kind of win for free. I'm going to go ahead and hit her in the face. In the face. In the face. And actually, that's lethal. Alright, so I didn't actually think that was lethal, but I thought I would get her close enough. And well played. So that was a turn 6 win with pretty much no resistance apart from her hero ability. She daggered some things, but there were no backstabs, no eviscerates, no betrayals, no shivs, no nothing. Mr. Popo says, I noticed that when I draft low, which I tend to, I find myself running out of steam. It's kind of tricky. So, as a Warlock, you have a little bit of resistance to that with your hero ability. That's why I like the Zoo decks, or Warlock decks, and why they're so effective and popular. They play cheap crap. If that stuff all dies, you just life tap and play more cheap crap. And you can just kind of keep on flooding the board with pressure. So, not to say that you don't have to care about your curve at all, but it is nice that you're the Warlock and you have some sort of built-in resistance to running out of steam. Now, I'm not saying this deck was drafted perfectly, but that's the idea. Blue Old Thunder says, lol, magical taco. I didn't even notice that. I don't have the names visible when I play on stream, unless I slide over. This druid is the much less hilarious Dome. I don't know what exactly that means. Try the Infiltrator. 1. I've got the Geomancer Mortal Coil combo, quote unquote. He does have a play. What is it? It's a 2/3, my least favorite thing to see. Alright, what I'm going to do here is life tap to get a card up, and then we're just going to sit. So my plan is I'm going to play the Geomancer Mortal Coil next turn, then attack with the Infiltrator.
What you want?
Grunt? Okay, this is fine. So I trade this guy for the Grunt. Wait, no. Oh, what am I talking about? Oh, Jesus. What am I talking about? This only deals 2 damage. It won't kill the Monty Berserker. Ugh. Demon Fire to kill that. Okay. Let's just keep it simple, keep it safe. We're gonna do Demon Fire there. We're gonna run this in. Mortal Coil, draw card. Okay. So this is probably not looking so good. I have dealt no damage to him and not gotten anything to stay on the board. Do have this guy coming down in a few turns, but other than that, I might be in a little bit of trouble. Does he have an Innervate? No, no Innervate. He's just wanted to drop a Questing Adventurer. Well, that's fine by me. Boom. Goes the Dynamite. So now I'm a card ahead. He's got 5 cards to my 6. My deck is very cheap, so the card advantage might actually not be able to help me. But what we have to do now is just play a bunch of stuff onto the board and hope he doesn't have any swipes. Keeper of the Grove, are you kidding? Ag. That was way too good. Shit. So this guy will trump that guy, kind of. Man alive. Alright, we're gonna play this and just hit him in the face, I guess. Kind of unremarkable. So yeah, this guy has the advantage. Not that I'm doing badly on cards or the board or anything, but just that my deck is very low curved and he's, you know, taking no damage here. The Yeti is an amazingly good drop right now. It saddens me. Okay, we'll do this guy. Kill the Keeper. Swing. 2. So now the Yeti can kill this, but then the Yeti would be at 1 health and I could Mortal Coil it, hopefully, assuming he doesn't put any buffs on it. Uh-oh. What is this, a swipe? Swipe would have actually cleared my board, so I'm lucky he just has a claw. Looks like he was just putting this down, unless he's going to Moonfire, just for the sake of having a creature. Alright. So this will die to my thing. Alright, Argent Commander number 2. Sure thing. Let's kill that Yeti off. Mortal Coil. So far, I have not actually been displeased with the quantity of Mortal Coils that I've possessed. Alright, my goal now is to try to flood the board with all this crap so I can empty my hand and play a free Soulfire. Agent of War. Well, this is actually really nice because when you silence one of these, it actually does get rid of the health buff as well. So we'll hang on to the Soulfire. I think we'll just use this guy. Mortal Coil. I'm gonna play my sturdiest creature, the Imani Berserker. Save the Knife Juggler for a later time. So next turn I can Knife Juggle and play all these things. And if I'm lucky and my card I draw is 3 mana or less, I can even play Soulfire. Alright, well, so he's gonna play Ironbark. That's okay though, I've got, you know, stuff on the board to kill it with. So let's play Knife Juggler. Let's play Dark Iron Dwarf. And let's play Bluegill Warrior. Okay, so I'm gonna waste some damage unfortunately because of the way the knives fell. We'll do our Spellbreaker. Bluegill Warrior. Ling. Oh, Ling Ling. I might actually be able to win just by board presence. If he can't clear this board, he's in trouble. This is safe from Starfall and from Swipe, so I'm in pretty decent shape. Six cards to 4, and I can life tap somewhat freely. He's going to kill my Knife Juggler, sadly. But the Gnomish Inventor coming down after the Stormwind Knight is a little bit of a misplay, and I can still put some damage through. No! This is the thing I didn't want. Ah, balls. Well, do I want a Succubus or do I want a Soulfire? That's the question. I think I'd actually rather have a Succubus. So I'm going to play Loot Hoarder, so I don't want to lose that. I'm going to play Succubus, losing the Soulfire, quite tragically. Let's life tap before we do anything else. Okay, let's play Gnomish Inventor. See if I get my other Soulfire. Nope, I did not. Alright, so what we do here is ignore his creatures or kill them. Well, turn them in rage, kill that thing. I'm gonna kill this stuff. Now I'm a bit more vulnerable to swipe than I was. Another Ironbark Protector, alright. Well, he's gonna have to shapeshift and kill this, otherwise it'll be too easy for me to kill that thing off. And indeed, that is what he will do. Taking quite a bit of damage in the process. Let's life tap before we do anything else. Flame it. Okay, not that helpful. Well, we'll run this in, see if we get a card off the Loot Hoarder. Grizzly. Okay. So here we'll throw away my least valuable creatures. Pound him in the face for 6. Play the stupid monkey. Or sorry, play the Iron for Grizzly, play the Razor Crafter, play the Flame Up. Just flooding the board. He seems not to have swipes or starfalls, which is good. I'm somewhat safe against both of those cards, but I'm threatening lethal. And let's see if he's got the answer. So sad that my Jones Cream Soda has ended, but at least I have regular old water. Oh crap, I had this next to my computer fan, so it's like actually hot now. Oh, that's gross. Alright. Let's hope that like cools down a little bit. Note to self, do not put drinks over here. So he Starfires, draws a card, swipe, still will not save him now. Unless he like, I don't know what he could do to win this. Okay, so claw for some life gain. Shapeshift, so he gets to kill the bear. But this is still 6 damage. Mr. Purple says, where do they sell Jones? It's been so long since I've had it. Well, at my grocery store, it's a real crapshoot whether they sell it or not. Like, they sometimes have it, sometimes don't. For the longest time, they just never had it at all. But then all of a sudden, one day I checked and boom, they had it. There's a store in Madison called Woodman's, which is really, really big, and they tend to have everything that'll have Jones Cream Soda. It's so good. It's kind of expensive, but it is very good. Oh man, this water is disgusting. I'm gonna need to take a break at some point. Maybe after this arena to get some non-fan heated water. Ew. Alright, so that was a good second win. Even though we were aggro versus the Druid, we actually beat 2 Ironbarks. And that's kind of what I was talking about on a recent Druid arena. I had a really good run on my channel. It's called Feral Druid. Highly encourage you guys to check it out. Very good run if you haven't seen it yet. Basically, in the beginning of that run, I was talking about how I was tired of playing these like super expensive Druid decks. Because you play your Ironbark Protectors and then you still lose, and that's exactly what happened to that druid. Alright, so Mr. Popo says, it seems I'm going to Wisconsin. Ah, yes, dude, tell me seriously if you come over. We'll hang out. I'll get you a drink, maybe even a bottle of Jones Cream Soda. We are playing against another Warlock, so we'll get to see who is more Warlocky. See if he's playing aggro as well or not. So here comes the Flame Imp. Is this guy ever going to get to hit the opponent in the face? That is the question. What has he got for turn 1 plays? Plays for days. Ah, he has something. Damn it. Well, what is it going to be? Amani Berserker. Well, all things considered, I'm glad that this thing doesn't get to live, so that's good. Gonna kill this off. Play a Knife Juggler. This is nice. If he plays a 2 toughness minion, and I play a Loot Hoarder and the Knife Juggler hits it, I've got Mortal Coil to finish it off, which could be pretty good. He's got Demon Fire for the Knife Juggler. Lame. 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 Well, that was a pretty timely arrival. This Infiltrator could make a pretty huge difference. Now with Loot Hoarder and Mortal Coil, I can kill 3 toughness minions, but I'm hoping he'll just life tap. That would be best. Could you life tap, please? Stop having plays? That'd be great. Because then I could play Defender of Argus and swing for 6. Blue Alt Thunder says, if only you had Savagery in that Druid run, you would really have gone feral. That's true. That is totally true. Oh, this is annoying. Well, guess we're gonna have to use Defender of Argus like this. So I throw the Loot Hoarder into that, kill it. And I'm not going to take my chances with that pig. We're just going to kill it. If he has Mortal Coil, then I, pass on the chance to deal 3 damage. But if he had like a Dark Iron Dwarf or a Shattered Sun Cleric, I didn't want that Infiltrator just to die. Harvest Golem is a pretty good card, but Mortal Coil helps me deal with that pretty nicely, I think. Yeah, okay, so we'll run this in. Mortal Coil number 1 of many. There's my replenishing Mortal Coil. We'll play the bear because it hits harder than the stupid monkey does. And we're going to pass the turn. So he has 5 cards to my 5. We're doing equal on cards, equal on life. I'm a bit ahead on the board. Got a Raging Worgen. Well, that'll die pretty easily. And a Novice Engineer. Okay. Well, let's take a look at how we're dealing with the situation. Soulfire, huh? Well, it won't work, unfortunately, because the Mortal Coil will draw me a card. Okay, what I'm going to do then is this. I'm going to Demon Fire this guy. And Mortal Coil for a card. We'll use my Defender of Argus to kill the Engineer. Hit him in the face with the bear. Play the stupid monkey, pass the turn. So in a couple of turns I should get a free Soulfire, unless of course I get a Succubus or Soulfire, so I don't want to draw those cards.
We must cleanse the
Alright, he did have a Shattered Sun Cleric, so it's good that I've been keeping his board clear. He's going to drain life my Defender of Argus, which is smart because that would have been the best way for me to kill the Shattered Sun Cleric. Unluckily for him, I have a variety of ways of dealing with this thing. I'm going to choose the Argent Commander because that costs more mana and it puts an extra creature on the board. So next turn, as long as I don't get Succubus or Soulfire, and the card I draw is 5 mana or less, I can Shadow Bolt, play the other card, and then get a free Soulfire. It's gonna kill my bear. Oh, that's annoying. So this is just a 2 for 1. Ah, crap. So we're gonna play Geomancer, I guess. This is a horrific waste of a Shadow Bolt. Do I even want to do that? I don't think I even want to do that. Let's just see if I can get like a Mortal Coil here. Okay, we're gonna play Ogre Magi as well. Swing. Okay. So right now I got 2 sources of spell damage. This is 6 damage and this is 6 damage as well. Hopefully he'll give me something that'll be worth using that on. I just didn't want to use it on a frickin' 4-2. I'm gonna silence one of my spell damagers. Which is fine. Shadow Bolt being 5 damage is still good. And if he's actually gonna silence the other one as well, well that's fine, because it's still good enough. Hilarious. Alright, we're gonna Shadow Bolt that. Play the Berserker. Do I even want to? I don't want a Soulfire. Ah, crap. I'm just gonna end up losing the Soulfire, I can tell. Mortal Coil. Alright. Well, let's end the turn. I just want a good target for Soulfire. Maybe his face will be a good target. He's gonna Hellfire. Oh, I forgot about that card. Well, at least it damaged him, so that's good. This plays a no Inventor, so I can get him down to 7 health. Well, it's time to race. That's for sure. Yep. There's the Succubus. Saw that coming. So we're gonna hit him in the face. You know what? I'm gonna life tap. Oh, I should have life tapped first. I could have dealt extra damage. Shit. Well, let's play Succubus. See what we throw away. Mortal Coils probably for the best. Let's play Dark Iron Dwarf. Uselessly. I'm gonna Soulfire this creature. So we're threatening lethal with our creature. It's gonna be difficult for him to clear the board, but I really messed it up. I should have life tapped first, then Dark Iron Dwarf. Then I could have gotten 2 extra damage in. Alright, luckily I didn't have to pay for my insolence there. But you can see why it's always good to draw cards first. Hopeless Meat asks, do you think Shield Slam would be better in a Druid deck than Savagery if Druids could run both? Yes, 100%. Some folks are discussing whether, Savagery is playable, whether Shield Slam is better. I would say that Shield Slam is definitely better than Savagery. Now, Mr. Popo says, possibly trolling me a little bit, I'd even say strictly better. Well, no, it's not strictly better because Shield Slam is 2 mana and Savagery is just 1. But, so there are going to be cases where that matters. But yes, Shield Slam is definitely a much better card than Savagery. There's no question. Oh, wait, well, sorry, I'm sorry. I spoke badly, I'm sorry. I'm incorrect. I was thinking of Slam. Shield Slam is the 1 mana warrior card that does 1 point of damage per armor. Okay, sorry, let me recalibrate then. Shield Slam versus Savagery? Boy, that's a tough one. I mean, it's really hard to judge because warriors get 2 armor per use of hero ability, whereas druids only get 1, so it's like druids aren't as innately set up to use Shield Slam. Druids also don't have shield block, which makes a difference. So it's tricky. It's just really tricky. Which one's actually better for the druid? I'm not sure. Demon Fire Orions in a timely fashion? Oh man. I would say that Shield Slam is better because it's based on armor, and armor can be saved over time, whereas attack cannot be saved over time. So I would say just on those grounds, Shield Slam is better than Savagery, but I still wouldn't say it's strictly better, because the armor gets saved up. Well, strictly better? Gosh, is it strictly better? Is Mr. Popo right? Is Shield Slam strictly better than Savagery because everything it gives you attack? No. Savage Roar. There it is. Savage Roar is a card that gives you attack without giving you armor, so there will be times where Savagery is actually better. Alright, I have the awesome Soulfire Succubus combo. Really glad about that. And a few folks are noticing in the chat as well that the armor stays while attack doesn't stay. That being a significant factor. He's gonna Wrath again. I don't know how I feel about this 1-for-1 removal. I'm a little bit ahead on cards, but I'm gonna be behind. The Soulfire and the Succubus is just inevitable card disadvantage, unfortunately for me. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is play the Hunter and the Succubus. If you're gonna play a Succubus, you might as well play it. You can't just put it in your deck and then never use it. So Loot Hoarder being lost, is that a problem? I don't know. The Soulfire and the Mortal Coil are both good, so it's hard to say whether that's good or not. So now that I've played Succubus, the only problem is if I draw my other Soulfire. Alright, I don't have a Stampeding Kodo in this deck. So, can I kill this thing? I could. Is it worth killing it? I think so. Let's run that in. Let's run that in. Mortal Coil, draw a card. Flame Imp, okay. So, we're going to... Oh shoot, I should have life tapped first. I always mess that up. Okay, so we're gonna swing a wing. Now if he has a swipe, my board clears and I lose the game. But yeah, so you have to run into the mass removal. Starfall also would win him the game. Blue Old Thunder says, but I said Savagery would be playable in the Feral Druid on Boris. Yeah, Savagery would have been playable in that run. Oh man, Mad Bomber. This is ugly. Kills my Flame Imp actually. God damn, are you kidding me? Ugh. That was a pretty good bomber. Ironforge Rifleman! Oh my lord, on a friggin' pony. Well, this is starting to go all the way to the dogs. Alright, let's play this guy and this guy, and I'm going to actually Soul Fire the Ironforged Rifleman to preserve my Argent Commander there. One of my favorite topics of conversation has resurged in the chat. Should they nerf Fireball or buff Mortal Strike? Well, I think that Mortal Strike should be buffed, but not 5/7. It should just be 4/7, in my opinion. That is what I think. Guys, we have 2 Mortal Coils here. Alright, we're gonna ignore that Boulder Fist Ogre. Let it do what it wants to do. We'll deal with it later. Well, this is starting to go all the way back. He's gonna face this Manipulator, get another Boulder Fist Ogre, and Power the Wild. Make them 7/8. Alright. This is what's happening, huh? I am not gonna be able to kill him fast enough, I don't think. No Mission Venture. Well, let's draw a card. Always draw cards first. Knife Juggler. Let's take out a card here. Shadow Bolt. That is what I needed right there. So I'm dead in a couple of turns to that Boulder Fist Ogre. But what are you gonna do? He might decide not to hit me in the face. He might decide to like hit my minions or something. That could possibly buy me some time. Dark Iron Dwarf looks like he's gonna go for the face. Boom. Yep, so I'm dead next turn. Oh dear. Oh dear. He's actually gonna kill off my Infiltrator. Alright, so he's threatening lethal with his creatures. Got Defender of Argus. Okay. Here it is.
Put this apple on your head.
My shield.
Booyah. The taunts. Should I life tap here? Let's life tap. Gotta life tap. Grizzly for Shizzly. Well, let's do that. Mortal Coil. Hit him for 3. Pass the turn. Got another Taunter to get in the way of his Ogre. The question is, does he have more creatures to drop? If he can kill my No Motion Venture, I lose in the spot. Nope, doesn't have a teleport. He's gonna just beef it with his Ogre.
Wanna blow something up?
Mad Bomber number 2. If that kills my Knife Juggler, I swear to God. Well, it hit my Knife Juggler, which is bad because he can shapeshift the Knife Juggler to death. Problem for him now is he's actually getting a little bit low on health. He's at 10 health. Oh, he's gonna hit me. He's not gonna kill the Knife Juggler. Ooh, that's risky. That's super risky. Why would you not kill the Knife Juggler there? That Knife Juggler is gonna be flinging knives. Oh, my opponent screwed up terribly. Should have absolutely 100% killed that Knife Juggler. Now, can I please hit the Mad Bomber once? Thank you. All right. I actually have a chance in hell at winning this game. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and see. I can hit him.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Yeah, we're gonna hit him there, and then I can get him down to 4 health, or I can kill off this Ogre. Well, I'm gonna kill the Ogre off because honestly, 7 health. This is still lethal damage that I'm threatening. 2, 4, 5, 8, 10. He's gotta have something in these 2 cards to get through. Oh no, he's gonna heal up. That's not good. At least he can't do anything with shapeshifting. 11 health? Savage Roar? Okay, he can kill the bear if he wants. Wait, but then he's gonna lose. I think he might have, let's see, I had 2, 4, 5, 10 damage. If he had stayed at 11 health exactly, then, okay, never mind. Argent Commander, alright, good time. So it's a good thing I had those Argent Commanders, because they really helped me out. Wow. We beat back some pretty big Druid minions there. Now, granted, he never played Swipe, and granted, he never played Starfall, and granted, he never played Druid of the Claw or Ironbark Protector, but still, we beat some pretty big stuff with our army of little dudes. I'm happy with how that game went down. Is this water drinkable yet? Barely. It is barely drinkable. My computer fan is going crazy. Let's actually close Google Chrome, I suppose, to save a little bit of bandwidth. Oh god, the fan is so crazy. So this run is going pretty well. I think it could go to 7 wins. Could be a success, for sure. I don't feel like I've been super lucky. Granted, the Druids haven't had swipes, but... yeah, playing 2 Druids and not getting a single swipe is pretty lucky, but... It's been fine apart from that. So, Mage now. In and out with the Druids and with the Mages. I'm going to go ahead and keep the Bluegill Warrior. I would play that on turn 2 against a Mage. Alright, we have a turn 1 play though, this is nice. So do you play the Flame Imp or the Infiltrator? Well, it's the classic dilemma. If you play the Flame Imp and they play a 3-2, you regret it. But if you play the Infiltrator and they play a 2-3, you really regret it. So I think the Flame Imp is better to be safe. This also stops mana worms. Unless she can follow up with a coin mirror image. Well, no mana worm coin mirror image. She looks like just to have a regular old 2-drop. Yep, well it's good that I didn't play the Infiltrator. That would have been greedy of me and it would have really set me back. So now we play the Knife Juggler and kill the best 2-drop in the game. A little bit of an edge here that I got her to use up her coin. Now if she does not kill this with Arcane Missile or Frostbolt, I'm going to get 2 Knife Flings. Good, so I get 2 Knife Flings now. And I'm going to deal 5 damage to her. Actually 7 damage to her on this turn. Ooh, Knife Juggler number 2. Let's be greedy here. Let's do this. Fling 2 knives, so I'm still dealing a bunch of damage, but I'm just keeping the Blue Glow Warrior in my back pocket. So now, she can Fire Blast this, but if she does, that's her whole turn. So she wants an Arcane Explosion. Not Arcane Missiles! Oh god, hit my face, hit my face, hit my face! Oh, fucking Christ. Wow, that was just a 1 mana kill 2 Knife Jugglers. Oh my god, that was terrible. That was so terrible, I can't even believe it. Arcane Missiles, MVP for this opponent. Alright, does she have another Arcane Missile here? That would just be the worst thing. Man, if only they had hit my face instead of hitting the other Knife Juggler, I would have been totally fine. So the Farseer will heal her up. I'm okay with that. It's not that big of a deal. She doesn't have enough mana left for the Fire Blast, so my stuff all lives. Okay, let's play this draw card. I'm going to need all the cards I can get pretty soon here to catch up. Swing, swing, swing. So I'm getting her down low. I don't know if this deck has enough reach to be able to pull out the win here. I'm gonna have to get my Soul Fires in nice order. Folks are discussing Succubus. It's pretty much uncontested that Succubus would be much better if it were a 3-4, but then it would also be probably overpowered. I actually made a post on Reddit a long time ago, one of my proudest achievements in life. It actually made it to the front page. I made a post about how Succubus should be a 3-4, and that was the main argument, is that it would just be way too strong if it were a 3-4. Plus, it's against the theme of the Succubus to have it be a 3-4. Because the Succubus is a weak but aggressive pet in World of Warcraft, so it wouldn't make sense to have it be tanky.
What to do?
Okay, that's actually delightful to see, because this doesn't do anything right now, this Tiger. She kills my Blue Glow Warrior, which is fine. Can I get a Mortal Coil, perhaps? Oh my gosh. Is that worth playing in favor of Argent Commander, though? I think it is. I think it's worth taking this off the board, because that essentially keeps more of my creatures on the board. Okay, we're going to Life Tap as well. Dark Iron Dwarf, unfortunately not quite enough mana. None of these are demons, so I can't buff them. I can Mortal Coil my own Loot Hoarder for 2 cards, but let's not go crazy here. Alright, so here we go. She's down to 11 health. Soulfire is a good card for me to draw. Dark Iron Dwarf could be good for damage. The Water Elemental doesn't really make much difference. Okay, so one of my creatures survived, which is the important part. That is what's important. Defender of Argus, not really all that relevant. Let's wait. Okay, before I do that, let's play this properly. I'm gonna Demon Fire this and Mortal Coil for a card. Okay, then we're gonna play a Dark Iron Dwarf. Well, I could actually play the Defender of Argus to give this taunt. That way, the Defender would actually survive. Whereas if I play this, hit her for 4 extra damage, she pings this off. And after she pings this off, I just have a Dark Iron Dwarf left. It can get frozen by the Elemental. So I think actually the more precise play is to do this. I deal 1 extra damage instead of 2, but it means that she has to work for this Loot Hoarder kill. She can't just Fire Blast it. Looks like she does have something for that Loot Hoarder. She's a Polymorph, so I'm not getting a card off of it. So my board will die, unfortunately. She can ping off the sheep, and she can use the Elemental to kill the Defender of Argus. That is too bad. Okay. I'm going to play the Argent Commander. Hit her in the face. So this is a little bit tricky to kill. Well, she can Fire Blast and Water Elemental it, I suppose. She's at 4 health. So the trick is, can I ever get a creature to survive, or can I draw Soulfire in time? I do have 2 Soulfires in here, so it's 1 in 7 odds of drawing it. And as long as she doesn't life gain or play Counterspell or Ice Block, you know, I have so much health at the moment that I should be fine.
I wonder.
She's going to copy the Faceless Manipulator to get her own Argent Commander. Ping off the Divine Shield. That was a smart play, because what this does is it forces me to, you know, there's 7 damage here. She's a mage, you know. There's a decent chance that she can kill me outright. So what I'm going to do here is play the Grizzly. Play the Ogre Magi, because it's bigger. Mortal Coil that guy. Soulfire. Okay, so there it is. There's the Soulfire for the kill. That is a wrap. Mr. Popo articulates what is my main beef with Succubus. Mr. Popo says, Succubus is generally unimpressive because it dies to 3/2s which don't discard things. That's really my issue with Succubus. I hate the fact that it dies to 2 mana 3/2s. I feel like Succubus should at least be able to survive and kill any other 2 mana creature, which a 3/4 would do. But I also think there should be a 3/4 for 3 mana. I think there are a couple of 4/3s for 3 mana. I think there should be 3/4s for 3 mana. I think those would be very strong, and those would really change up the game. Maybe Blizzard thinks they'd be too strong. I don't know. But I mean, there are 4 drops that can kill 3 drops, so I don't know why there aren't 3 drops that can kill 2 drops. Anyway, we're up against another Druid. That's Druids, which I'm not that happy about, because Druid's a pretty bad matchup for aggro. We're going to mulligan this whole hand, try to get our 1-drops out here, like the Worgen Infiltrator or the Flame Imp. Knife Juggler is okay as well. Mortal Coil Barrage is also fine. To be honest, I've got 4 Mortal Coils in this deck, and I've not been unhappy about it, so that's kind of interesting. Can I please top deck a 1-drop? Okay, that doesn't count. I have Flame Imps, Worgen Infiltrator, Abusive Sergeant, and what do I get? More Mortal Coils. That's life. Alright, at least this guy doesn't have plays for days. Let's play Knife Juggler. See if he's got a Claw or a Wrath, or even a Moonfire. He's got a 3 mana. Could it be a Wolf Rider?
For the crusade!
Nope, just a Scarlet Crusader. Okay, well I have a pretty good answer to Scarlet Crusader. AKA Silverback Patriarch. Because this prevents the Crusader from killing the Knife Juggler without doing some work. Now, I could have also double Mortal Coiled the Scarlet Crusader, but I feel like the monkey is just so good here, it was worth it. So he's going to Shapeshift and kill the monkey, but I'm fine with that because I can just play Mortal Coil and kill that Scarlet Crusader. Drawing a card in the process. The question, of course, is do I play Succubus here? Well, you know what? As tempting as it is to kill that and get a card, let's just play the Geomancer and the Succubus. This will probably kill the Scarlet Crusader, yep. So now I've got a pair of Mortal Coils that each deal 2 damage. Swipe does not clear my board, it can only kill 1 creature. Can't play Starfall yet. I believe he's used his coin. Yeah, he's used his coin. Has he used his coin? I don't think he has. Maybe he can Starfall. Gonna Keeper of the Grove. Ah, Keeper of the friggin' Grove. Lame. Alright. That's actually a very good draw though, so I get to put a minion on the board, hit this, kill it with Mortal Coil. Swing for 6. So we're starting to getting him down pretty low. He's down to pretty much half health. I have a Spellbreaker, so if he plays Druid of the Claw, I can silence it and swing for 8. That would be good. I want him not to kill my minions. Safe from Swipe, safe from Starfall. This is looking good. He's got a Druid of the Claw, perfect. He makes the taunt version, perfect. Just perfect. Now I could throw the Succubus into it in Mortal Coil, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to silence it, and we're going to get all this damage through. Boom. 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 Okay, so he's got to get a Swipe or a Starfall here. Could he clear my board with those? No. One of my creatures would live if he swiped. So he's in a little bit of trouble here. He's a Druid, so he can, of course, shapeshift and gain life back, but I do have a lot of time now to life tap. I can life tap pretty much infinitely. And, just get the Soulfire and win the game. We're gonna kill my Geomancer, stopping my Mortal Coil from being the kill against the Druid of the Claw. But we should just get a Soulfire at some point soon here and win the game. So there's Flame Imp. Well, let's life tap and get a card. Demon Fire. Well, Demon Fire is actually good. I can kill that Druid. Flame Imp. And now we are threatening lethal damage here. And I've got 1 in 9 odds of drawing Soulfire. And then I can also life tap rather freely since I'm at such a high health total. So this is looking good. I have a very good chance of winning. Not to mention Argent Commanders, if he doesn't have Taunt, are an out as well. So I have 2 Argent Commanders and 2 Soulfires. So I've got like 4 in 18 odds of getting a win. And I can life tap, so I can draw 2 cards per turn. Mr. Popo says, Succubus, more like SUCCUBOSS. Oh my god. Alright, I gotta remember, please, please, please help me remember. The name of this arena needs to be SUCCUBOSS. That is fantastic. Alright, he chooses to hit my face. There's the Soulfire, so we don't need to attack him with that or anything. Soulfire for the kill. Gotta say, I'm pretty glad with those 2 Soulfires. Pretty glad. And this druid played a swipe and we still won. He didn't have other removal though. He had Keeper of the Grove and swipe and that was it. No Claw or Wrath or anything. But still, we survived a swipe. SUCCUBOSS. Oh my god, that's hilarious. 6-0 as Warlock is not something I do very often. See if I can make it to 7. That'd be a badge of pride. In the recent past, I've had a few chances to go 9-0 with a class, but I always buckle, and I haven't quite made it. So there are still in close to 300 arenas in my life. We're closing in. We're like less than 10 arenas to go to get to 300. I've still gone 9-0 just once with Mage, and 12-0 just once with Paladin, and that was it. So I haven't been able to perform those mighty feats too much. We're up against a Shaman, so that's a new class. Shaman's, you know, it's hard to say how good a Shaman will be, of course, until the game begins, because you don't know if they have the key cards. Maybe this Shaman didn't draft a Hex. Maybe this Shaman drafted 3 Lightning Storms. You just don't know. This is a pretty abysmal start. No, well, okay, it's not abysmal. It's not abysmal, but it is pretty bad because there's nothing to do here except play a Berserker rather humbly. Leper Gnome. Me without my Mortal Coil. Oh, how sad. How sad that I didn't have more. I mean, mulliganing a Mortal Coil I think is the right call because I have 4 of them in here. Blue Thunder says, I have a feeling Twitch is eating a lot of my messages, or am I just being ignored? I saw you say probably the best value of Succubus and MVP Succubus, but I don't know if there's anything else that you had said besides that. Hey, there's a Mortal Coil. Now the problem with Mortal Coiling here is that unfortunately, I can kill this thing already. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this and I'm gonna Shadow Bolt this guy. So I've got this 5/1 now. I could have Mortal Coiled Leper Gnome and Soul Fired the Ooze, or Mortal Coil and hope to get like a draw, but I wanted to keep this Berserker around. Got a Bluegill Warrior to kill my Berserker, that's fair enough. I'm okay with that. I don't see any reason to play the Stormwind Knight right now, so I might as well play the Gnomish Adventure, draw my card. I was afraid it was going to be another Soulfire. Well, that was coming no matter what. Got a coin. Is it an Earth Elemental here? What the hell is happening? Silverhand Knight. Well, it's not the worst thing in the world. Definitely could be much worse. So let's think about the best way to do this. There's a lot of options here. Okay. What I'm going to do is play the Stormwind Knight. Soulfire that guy. Hopefully I lose one of my Mortal Coils. Good. Do that. So we're getting a little bit of board presence here. So I've lost a Soulfire already. That means the only card that this could be really badly interacting with is Succubus. And now I've got 2 creatures on the board, so I can play Defender of Argus, potentially, and swing for 6, although he's still got a lot of health here. But card-wise, I'm doing pretty great. Considering I played a Soulfire, it's 5/5. Questing Adventure, let's see how he's going to protect it, with a Loot Hoarder. Alright, so this is just a 3/3 Quester. That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. We have a bevy of ways to kill that thing, a bevy of options. Killing a Loot Hoarder with my Stormwind Knight leaves me vulnerable to Lightning Storm. So, oh, and then if I use the Argent Commander to kill the Questing Adventure, I'm very vulnerable to Lightning Storm. But can I avoid being vulnerable to Lightning Storm? Kind of. So yeah, we'll do this. Get our card. Dark-Eyed Dwarf is intriguing. But no, we'll just do the Defender of Argus, this is fine. So now I'm somewhat safe against Lightning Storm. All of my creatures are 3 health, which means that at this point, he would be taking a huge coin flip if he Lightning Storm. He's going to Fire Elemental, which is annoying. I can kill that pretty easily though, so I'm okay. Alright, so unfortunately, I don't have one of my Mortal Coils to make Argent Commander a good answer to this, but Dark Iron Dwarf will have to do. So we'll do this, kill that thing off, play the Grizzly for Shizzly. We're gonna swing. Hello? We're gonna swing for 2 damage. Hopeless Meat says they need a way to say that to people that they have seen your message. Mr. Popo says, I'll just respond more aggressively so you always know. Thank you, Mr. Popo. You're doing a kind service to the community. Lightning Bolt. Who plays Lightning Bolt? Lame. Alright, he's going to make a totem. Hopefully it's not a taunt, although I guess I don't really care that much if it is. The 1-1 is actually very irksome. Abusive Sergeant doesn't really do anything for me. Well, let's life tap since this stuff is all stupid. Alright, Stupid Monkey is actually really solid here. I'm going to play it and just hope for the best. So what we're going to do is an Abusive Sergeant right there to kill that off. I'm going to ignore his 1-1s because the monkey is adept and I'm going to get 4 damage through. So I've got 8 points of damage potential here and another 9 on the board. So if this stuff survives, I can actually try to burn him out. We'll see. He's got Doomhammer, which is not a problem. I don't care about Doomhammer at all. So he's going to take 2 damage to kill my monkey. He's gonna kill off my... Okay, that is actually pretty good. He's gonna then kill off my 2-1s. Oh, man. Well, actually, it doesn't make a really big difference. He's actually gonna throw them both at the Dark Iron Dwarf. Interesting. I disagree. I think it would have been better to kill these 2 and then not play this Flame Tongue. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and think for a moment. Let's life tap. Maybe Commander. Like the Infiltrator. He seems not to have Lightning Storm, so that's good news for bears for me. Now I've got 4, 6, 8, 10 damage on the board. Soulfire, I'm threatening the lethal.
Well played.
Well played. Well, what's he gonna do here? He's gonna concede. So we're up to 7-0. Pretty good for an aggro deck. I have never done this well with aggro, especially facing down endless druids and even a mage. Good times. Now that guy could have had Lightning Storm, but you know that's the way of it with shamans. If they don't get their 1 key card, they're in bad shape. So, can we win 2 more games to make it to 9? I mean, really, there haven't been any particularly close games. There was the 1 close game against the druid where I made it down to 6 health, but other than that, they've all been pretty solid. I feel decent about my chances. Rogue again? Fair enough.
Watch your back.
This is not a bad opener. And in fact, I'm just going to keep the whole thing. The Kobold Geomancer has actually been really good with my 4 Mortal Coils. It's been nice. Mr. Popo says, Shamans have Overload, Rogues have Combo, Warriors have Enrage, kind of. I want more things. Yeah, there are not that many class-specific mechanics. If we're really stretching it, we could say that Warlocks have self-damage for extra power. Mages have Freeze. That's pretty unique to mages, apart from Frost Elemental. Does she has Backstab. God damn it. The one time in my life I really wanted her to not have Backstab. What else is there? Like, oh, druids have like personal attack. Apart from warriors having heroic strike, druids have like the whole personal attack thing. So there's like a little bit going on. Admittedly, it could be more. Deadly Poison. Oh man, this is just I hate this. When rogues just kill all your stuff super easily. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Well, I want to do this then. I'm going to go ahead and play the Bluegill Warrior to kill our Fairy Dragon. And I'm going to coin into a Loot Hoarder. So the reason for this is, by playing Loot Hoarder, I'm basically making her waste the second half of the poison. Hopeless Meat asks, so did I miss a debate about the new Rogue card? Mr. Popo said I didn't know what it does, and Blue Elf Thunder filled him in. The new Rogue card is a 5/5 for 4 mana. When it dies, you have to return a random minion to your hand. She will play a Perdition's Blade. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play the Stupid Monkey, which actually hasn't been too bad. And an Infiltrator. So the Stupid Monkey holds up nicely against the Blade. The art is quite gross, but it looks like a pretty good card. I'm really looking forward to playing with it. Okay, so the perfect answer to Twilight Drake is Argent Commander. Unfortunately, I don't have that available to me just yet. So do I play the Defender of Argus? Well, I would if I had a Mortal Coil, but I don't. Sadness? Ogre Maga seems kind of pointless. Okay, we're just going to play this.
My shield for Argus.
Make it, I guess, so she has to hit the stupid monkey with her weapon and Zero Drake. I don't know. Betrayal would be pretty good here. I really just want to play the Argent Commander and kill this thing. Well, this rogue is doing very well for herself.
X marks the spot.
Very well indeed. Now, interesting, she chose to kill that instead of killing this. I think she should have killed this thing. That was actually a little bit of a slip on my opponent's part. So now we have a couple of options. I could, of course, play the Argent Commander. Kill this thing. Let the Defender kill that. Drake. I could play the Ogre Maga, alternatively, Mortal Coil to kill the Drake. Use this to kill that. But then the Twilight Drake kills my thing. Oh man, it's just bad no matter what. I could actually just ignore her creatures completely. And hit her for what? 7, 9? Down to 10 health? No, I don't think I'm quite close enough to be able to justify doing that. So what we'll do here is we will in fact do this. And this. We're just going to hit her in the face with this guy. So she can pop the Divine Shield of the Twilight Drake. Use the Perdition's Blade to finish it off. Take 4 damage, down to 11. Mortal Coil would finish the Twilight Drake off. And then I'd be in okay shape. She plays this Overhand Knight, which is fine. Does she have a Sun Free Protector to give things taunts? She has a Ringleader. Alright, she has a lot of stuff. I don't have any Hellfire. I'm actually going to start taking very much damage very quickly. But I could still potentially burn her out. She's down to 11 health. It's going to be close. Demon Fire? Not that helpful. Let's Mortal Coil for a card. Soulfire, okay. Play this guy. Gonna play my Berserker.
It's time for a little blood.
Should I Soulfire her face? I'm gonna Soulfire her face. I think this is the only way that I can really win. I lose the Demon Fire, which is sad, but she has to deal with my minions. I've got another Argent Commander and another Soulfire in here, so if I can get them all in a row, I can actually win. Oh no, Cult Master. Well, she's gonna get a ton of cards now, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Is she going to throw 2 of her minions into this? Looks like she is, which is really good because that means that she didn't have any removal. So I'm completely out of cards, but she's got only 6 power on the board at this point. She's got, obviously, the massive card advantage, but I'm at like a 26 health. So I can life tap a few more times to fish for my Argent Commander, Soulfire, and whatnot. She's actually going to replay the Defias Ringleader. Damn it, that's actually pretty good. It puts a lot of power on the board. So it's 7. She has 11 power on the board, so I actually only have a couple of turns to win. So I need to have very precise top decks. Okay, let's first of all life tap. Knife Juggler. Let's do this before we commit the Knife Juggler to the field. Succubus, okay, fair enough. So we're going to play a Knife Juggler. Succubus.
You're in trouble.
She draws a card. The Cult Master, I mean, really the cards don't matter at this point. I was hoping the knife would hit her face. Alas, no such luck. Alright, so she needs to... Basically what I'm counting on is that she needs to keep killing my creatures, which gives me time to find my Argent Commander and my other Soulfire to win the game. So she's drawing all the cards in the world. There's no way that she's ever going to fatigue. So really it's just a matter of me finding my answers.
I am the blade.
Priestess of Balloon, no! Who plays with this garbage? Oh, man. Who plays with that? Well, now I can't win. Argent Commander and Soulfire is only 4 damage. She will definitely kill me before I can do that. Ball sacks. Alright, we're gonna concede here. That was well played. That was well played. So, 7 wins. And then I lose. Backstabbing my Flame Imp. What a bunch of nonsense. Ah, sadness. Sadness is in my heart. Yeah, I didn't quite have the right answer. A few folks in the chat are saying MVP Priestess of Balloon. I mean, I didn't even draw what I would have needed to get her down from 6, so even if she hadn't had that, she would have lost, but that definitely, like, clinched it. Oh, Priestess of Balloon. How could you do this to me? Alright, so we were up against another mage. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Shall be mine.
I think this is all bad. Against a non-mage, you know, I might have kept Abusive Sergeant. This is good, so I can coin the Berserker on turn 1. Follow it up with the Blue Gill Warrior. Okay.
It's time for a little blood.
Let's see if she has a Frostbolt. That would be the best possible card. She actually has the best possible card. Are you goddamn kidding me? The one time in my life. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and Soulfire here. Sorry, not Soulfire, Life Tap. And what I'm gonna do next turn is Bluegill Warrior into this Mana Worm and Mortal Coil it. Raging Worgen. Okay, so what's more important to kill though? Raging Worgen or the Mana Worm? I think the Worgen's actually more important to kill. Sadly. I'm not gonna Soulfire the Mana Worm just yet.
It's time for a little blood.
Ah, yes, the opponent has a funny name. What's up with these friggin' 3 health things? She's actually enraged on her turn, which I think is a mistake, personally. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and play the Grizzly here. And should I Soulfire one of these things? Nah. No point. It's not scary yet. The Grizzly's holding up the fort just fine.
What you want?
Grunt it up. Another Frostbolt? Are ya goddamn kidding me? Ugh. Well, now I wish I had Soulfired earlier. So what I'm gonna do is play the Stormwind Knight, kill the Grunt. But if I lose this game, it's because I waited too long to Soulfire. I mean, I'm down to 11 health, so basically I can't Life Tap anymore. This mage can draw 2 Fireballs and win it at any point. I don't have any life gain in this deck. So yeah, it's pretty much over. Unless she's very unlucky.
Speak to me.
Is she gonna draw a card off of this guy? She is. So she's making some smart plays, but some very odd ones, for sure. Okay, let's clear the board out.
To Northrend.
Get rid of this Mana Worm, finally. All that Acolytes. So, let's see. Card-wise, I'm doing fine. I've got 6 to 5, but health-wise is a serious issue against a mage. However, if I can just play the Defender of Argus, maybe I can... and she doesn't have any more burn. I might be able to stop her from attacking, thanks to Taunt. And then proceed to win. Oh god, please don't have a spell. Do you seriously have a spell? Do you seriously have another Frostbolt? Are you goddamn kidding me? It's 3 Frostbolts, each of which were backbreakingly excellent. Alright, so Abusive Sergeant or Dark Iron Dwarf here. Let's go for the Dwarf. Kill this Pestilential Auctioneer. So now it's 5 cards to 5. I can't Life Tap anymore. Oh my god, this game was dumb. Although I could have Soulfired her Berserker and saved myself a bunch of health. So it was my choice that caused me to be in as bad of a state as I'm in. I just didn't count on 3 frickin' Frostbolts. Nuts. Nuts, nuts, and more nuts. Man, what is today the day of the Silverhand Knights? Is this Silverhand Knight Day? What's going on, people? Enough with the Silverhand Knights. All right, so let's play the Defender of Argus. She gets that thing to do, which is fine. We will. I can't clear her board, unfortunately, but I can kill this thing. Mortal Coil for a card. Succubus, okay. Kill that thing. Order. And we'll hang on to the Abusive Sergeant. I can play it, something else, and the Succubus next turn. Shouldn't be fine. Hopeless Meat says, looks like that Ice Lance meta has died off already. Blue Old Thunder says, yeah, but she could have it, who knows? Oh, Jesus, she has Pyroblast. Are you goddamn kidding me? Ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous. Alright, so let's play Knife Juggler. Abusive Sergeant. play the Succubus before I draw a card from Loot Hoarder. Unfortunately, the Knife Juggler misses his mark on the second go around. We'll still throw Loot Hoarder away.
Into the breach.
Keep the monkey around. Okay, let's see if she's got the Pyroblast. She has the Pyroblast. Well, I should have soul-fired one of her minions earlier, then I wouldn't be dying to Pyroblast right here. So, it was my fault for not soul-firing earlier, but I still called bullshit on that game with the 3 Frostbolts. Each one really hurt. I mean, she killed my 3/2 that would have killed her Mana Worm, then she killed a creature that would have killed her Mana Worm, and then she killed a creature that grew her Mana Worm and stopped me from killing the Mana Worm. So basically, the Mana Worm stuck around for a while. I had the chance with Soulfire, didn't think I'd need it, but 3 Frostbolts were better than my calculations, and so I lost. God damn it. Alright, so another Druid. This would be kind of funny if I lost here, going up to 7-0 in such a high style and just losing 3 in a row, but that's the way of things sometimes. We'll mulligan these removal cards. Fish for more creature. And we do get Flame Imp. Flame Imp has not been very good. I mean, it rarely is. It's like you're paying 3 health, which is a lot of health, for a 3/2 a turn early. But 3/2s a turn early, even then, are still not that great. There's just a lot that kills them. Let's see if he's got Claw, Wrath, or any creature in the game. He's got an Infiltrator. Okay. Well, that's kind of annoying because it means I really shouldn't play Knife Juggler either. But Loot Hoarder will die to Shapeshift. So I'm going to play the Knife Juggler, which is sad. But basically, I want to keep a creature on the board. If I played Loot Hoarder, I'd have an empty board. This way, I have potentially. Alright, he's got a Bloodfen Raptor, so he'll get to clear my board out also. Ah, no he won't. Stupid monkey to the rescue. Now he could shapeshift and kill this monkey if he wanted, but that would be his whole turn. Few folks are noticing that this guy's name is Blizzard Guy. Yeah, he seems pretty legit. That's for sure. He's actually not going to kill the monkey. This is interesting. So he chose to play the Worgen instead of killing the monkey, but that's odd because that actually allows my monkey to kill his raptor. Can I get used to the Dark Iron Dwarf here? Not really. It doesn't change anything. All my minions die. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and kill this off. Well, let's draw a card first. I might get Soulfire and use that. Nope. Okay, so we're going to kill this, and we are going to kill this. I don't want him to put Mark of Nature or Mark of the Wild on a Raging Worgen and screw me over. The Ooze will die to my Gnomish Inventor. Is he going to shapeshift the Gnomish Inventor? Nope, he's just going to hit my face. Fair enough. So now what I'm going to do is open myself up wide to a swipe and kill off his Ooze. If he has swipe though, this drew a card and this drew a card, so he's really just killing the bear. In fact, this drew a card and killed a minion, so I feel like I'm fine if he has swipe here. He has Innervate for an Ancient of War, perhaps? Sea Giant. Okay, well I can't silence that thing. Nor can I easily kill it, so this is actually a little bit scary. Alright, with Dark Iron Dwarf and Soulfire, I could actually kill it. Is it worth killing? Well, I don't exactly want to life tap because that just makes Soulfire worse. But I'll life tap. See what I get. Okay, so Demon Fire's there. All right, we're gonna go big or go home. I'm just gonna hit him in the face. Boom, boom. And so the Sea Giant now has to run into my Grizzly, and then I can finish it off with Loot Hoarder and Soulfire or something like that. He just top decked a card that he seems to like. Let's see what it is. Swipe would still be very good here. It would let him clear my board. He's got Druid of the Claw with the taunt. Okay. And he still has leftover mana to shapeshift. And Gnomish Inventor off. Sadly, I'm 1 mana shy of playing the Spellbreaker and the Defender, which is what I really want to do with my life. I'll have to content myself with this. So we're gonna run the Loot Hoarder in, draw a card. I have Soulfire Succubus, unfortunately. We're going to... Well, I could life tap to see if I get Geomancer, but I think I'd rather keep my mana. We're gonna do this. Play Defender of Argus and take a little risk here. I'm actually gonna hit him in the face for 5 damage, because he's getting pretty low on health. So, yes, he could buff the Sea Giant, kill my Dark Iron Dwarf and live to tell about it, or kill the Dark Iron Dwarf with Starfire or Starfall and kill my Defender of Argus, but I think it's worth the risk here, because I can try to burn him out a little bit. He does have the Starfall. So now the Sea Giant will get to kill my Defender of Argus. It's gonna hit me pretty hard, so I'm actually pretty low on health myself. So finally I do need to kill this Sea Giant off. Mighty Berserker. Do I dare life tap? I'm gonna life tap one more time. That's what I needed. Okay, so as long as I don't Soulfire away my Mortal Coil, I'm good. Good. There's the Mortal Coil. Do I play Succubus here?
Into the breach.
Much as I'm tempted to, I think it's better. Well, okay, if I waste the silence right here, I could be in a lot of trouble because I might need to silence away a taunter. Alright, I'm gonna place, but if I Succubus, I could throw this guy away anyway. Alright, so I think this is, there's no good option, but I think that's the least bad option. Mr. Popo said he got a 35 on the ACT. Wow, that is very smart. Very nicely done. That's 99th percentile action right there. So let's see, does he actually have an Ironbark Protector? If so, I could throw the Spellbreaker and the Argent Commander at it and still be fine. Note that Demon Fire can be used to buff Succubus, but it can't because I have to play Succubus first, and then Demon Fire will be discarded. Okay. So, Arcane Golem is a good combo with the Cult Master, so he can kill my Spellbreaker and draw a card through the process. But he missed his chance to Shapeshift, so he's not going to get to do that. Let's go ahead and Demon Fire away this Cult Master. Swing there. Play this guy. Swing there. Play the water. So as long as I don't get my other Soulfire, I should be able to play Succubus for free. But if I get the other Soulfire, I will win the game because he's only at 3 health. So he needs to deal with all this stuff right now. And I still have a Soulfire in here, I think. Alright, so there's Ironbark Protector. Okay. Let's see if we can get a Soulfire and just win. No, we got Knife Juggler. I cannot Mortal Coil this thing to death, unfortunately, so we're going to draw a card, see what we get. Ah, that is what the doctor has ordered. So we're gonna Knife Juggle it up. Hope the knife hits his face. It didn't. Okay, so because of that, he actually gets to live for a turn. Oh no, he doesn't, because I play Succubus, and now the Knife Juggler hits him in the face. Ha! Alright, so the Knife Juggler gets the kill.
Well played.
Alright, so we managed to make it to 8. Swansea asks, Blue Elf Thunder, are you from outside the United States? I believe so. I believe actually a lot of my viewers are in Europe, which makes sense, because what's the afternoon like during a working day here in America is actually like evening time and relaxation for the Europeans. But it's like 3 a.m. in Australia. Oh, Blue Elf Thunder, I thought you were in Europe, but no, you're just in Canada. Hey, my cousin lives in Canada. Say hi to her for me, please. Her name's Anna. Pretty sure you should have no trouble finding her. Just go ahead and say Boris says hi to the next Anna you meet. She'll appreciate it tremendously. Alright, so we're up to 8 wins. I know I could lose the next game. I'd still be pretty happy with this run. All in all, we've gotten more lucky than unlucky. It's yes. It's the matchup that made me stop wanting to play Warlock in the first place. The Hunter matchup. Luckily, there's a marked decline in the number of Hunters being played after the nerf, so I'm pretty happy about that. Ooh, you will discover a new area of interest, says my Jones Cream Soda bottle cap. I bet it's talking about Heroes of the Storm, which I'll start playing tonight. Arcane shots. Lame. Ryan Letourneau, as Mr. Popo says, you're in Canada, you must know Ryan Letourneau. He is Northern Lion, a famous YouTuber. See if my opponent has a kill from my Berserker as well. He has an animal companion. Gets the pig. Well, the pig will kill my guy, so I don't know why he's... Oh, gosh! Oh, no, he forgot to attack with the pig. I mean, he could have at least hit my face, but he should have done something. Okay, I'm not going to be greedy. We're just going to kill the pig. I mean, it's a 2-drop killing a 3-drop. That's fine. He actually did something that I've done before, which is play Animal Companion and then hit on an end of turn, forgetting that you might get the pig and be able to attack with it. Alright, so the Dark Iron Dwarf could be good next turn. buffing up my guy and killing a thing. Unfortunately, that happened, which is pretty lame. Ugh, that's like, really annoying. Mortal Coil, though. Alright, we're gonna do this. Mortal Coil the Imp card. And do I Soul Fire? You know, I'm just gonna learn from my mistakes. Soul Fire that thing off, lose a card, whatever. Got a board advantage here. I can life tap to get some cards, should be fine. Hopeless Meat says, I was hoping he would flip a Leok. Flip a Neok? What? Mr. Popo says, fun fact, I found your channel due to a comment on a Northern Lion video. Yes, Northern Lion actually once wrote me and asked if I would like to do like a tag team Hearthstone video with him. I was super excited. Unfortunately, it never happened. He, you know, got busy and never replied back to me, but I almost got a huge break doing dual commentary with Northern Lion. This was like back in the fall. Alas. Unleash the Hounds will kill off 2 of my minions. Thankfully, I killed off his buzzard, so it's not worse than it could have been. Okay. So here we will play Gnomish Inventor. I don't have any particular reason to life tap. We'll just play a Loot Hoarder. Kill off that final Hound. He's got 5 cards to my 5, soon to be 6. His health total is pretty high, and my minions are pretty small, so if he drops big stuff, I could be in trouble.
Truth is my shield.
Hopeless Meat says, that's how I found your channel too. So yes, that one comment that someone left on one of Northern Lion's videos really brought a lot of people over to my channel. Alright, can't kill this easily with Shadow Bolt. Let's take a look and see if I can find my Kobold Geomancer. This doesn't quite do it either. Oh man. Oh no, this does do it. Okay. So Abusive Sergeant and Dark Iron Dwarf bring down the Sunwalker. Demolisher's a bit unimpressive, especially because it dies to Shadow Bolt. Raid Leader is extremely unimpressive. Alright, so my opponent ran out of steam. He's just playing junk, which is just fine by me. So we're going to Shadow Bolt this Demolisher. I will take a moment to kill the Raid Leader off. I'm going to play the Monkey. Am I going to life tap? Oh god, I should really life tap first before doing all this stuff. Succubus? Okay. Play the stupid Monkey, swing, and swing. So we're doing pretty well here. High Main is a good card, but it's not doing anything right now unless he can give it taunt, and he can't. So he's just steady shotting me. I mean, if he can kill the stupid monkey, he can get me down to 10 health. I could actually lose, but these are the risks we take. So let's go ahead and play the commander. Swing for broke. Play the hunter. Oh, I gotta swing with my monkey. Don't forget to swing with the monkey. Okay, so now if he has a way to kill this monkey and the Savannah High Main hits me down to 10, I could actually lose the game. There are some things that would let him win, like if he like silences this and then double kill commands. He's gonna copy my Argent Commander to kill the monkey off, I presume. No, he's gonna kill the monkey with the High Main. So he kills something else with the Divine Shield, something bigger, that makes sense. Gonna pop the Divine Shield, play a Secret. Okay, so he's got an Explosive Trap. Isn't that gonna save him? Shouldn't save him, because the Dark Iron Dwarf still gets through, as does the Razorfin Hunter. And I level up to 42, gaining a Golden Succubus. Well, how fitting that in Succuboss run, I get a Golden Succubus. Up to 9 wins. Good times. I like being here in the arena. You know you're gonna get a pretty good prize, and you're gonna get your money back. You keep playing for the joy and love and fun of Hearthstone. But if you lose, it's not the end of the world. Blue Hell Thunder says, "You're playing with fire, Boris." Well, you were. I thought that was a pun because Explosive Trap is fire. But no, it sounds like you were actually trying to caution me. I think it was a fair move. I mean, killing the High Main would have made 2 Hyenas pop out, which is 4 power, as opposed to the thing which is 6 power. So I would have reverted like 5 or 6 damage to save 2 damage. In the racing situation, that didn't seem like a good move to me. Now, that said, if someone had chosen to kill the High Main off, I wouldn't have held it against them, but it seemed like a solid choice at the time. We're gonna go ahead and play the Knife Juggler, see if she has Arcane Missiles or Frostbolts. Hopefully this mage doesn't have a bajillion skillion Frostbolts. Hopefully the other mage stole all the Frostbolts from the Frostbolt locker, and this mage didn't have any left to take when it came time for her to go home. Alright, she plays an Amani Berserker. That's annoying. Now, I could go for broke here and play the Succubus. But no, we'll just keep it simple, keep it safe. Let's, wait, actually, I don't want to lose the Berserker, so we're going to play the Berserker.
It's time for a little
Hit her face, which is good. Soulfire this thing for tempo. Lose the Loot Hoarder, which is actually like losing another card. And then pass, because it seems like she doesn't have a Frostbolt. If she had a Frostbolt, she would have used it. Without Frostbolt, she's not going to be able to answer that Knife Juggler very well. And she just plays a creature. Okay, so this is fine. Alright. What I'm going to do here is hit this guy like so. Play this. Got a 75% chance of killing off the Enraged dude. Hopefully I don't lose those odds. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you goddamned kidding me? Game, this is not the time to screw me over. Oh man, that was such a good plan. And I was gonna keep the Knife Juggler, hit her for 3. It would have been so great. Arcane Missiles. Jesus H. Motherlode Christ. Well, she gets to kill everything except for my little hero pig. Well, that's this one all the way bad. If the Knife Juggler had been on the board, there would have been an extra target for those Arcane Missiles, so it wouldn't have been quite as powerful of a move. Yeah, that was pretty frustrating. So here we have a really bad situation. We're kind of okay on cards, but I've dealt very little damage to her. My cards are pretty weak, and she's got the turn. So this is a little bit distressing. Fairy Dragon's actually really underwhelming. I'm actually quite lucky that on turn 5 she could do no better than Fairy Dragon Hero ability. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play Life Tap. And a Grizzly. I'm going to kill the Fairy Dragon to protect my Grizzly. And the Grizzly does not protect the Inventor from the overpowered hero ability of the Mage, but at least I've got the Argent Commander coming down next turn, so it should be good. Mr. Popo earlier asked, Hearthstone Nostalgia Time, what was your first legendary? Mine was Sylvanas. Oh my god, I can't remember.
What to do?
I can't remember what my first one was. I know that I got Blood Mage Thalnos early on, and Deathwing early on. No, I know what it was! It was Alakir the Windlord. Alakir the Windlord, that's what it was. Alakir the Windlord was my very first legendary ever. Okay. I could make Mortal Coil deal 2 damage, but it doesn't really help at all, actually. So I might as well just play this here. Okay, Dark Iron Dwarf. Let's just actually Shadow Bolt this thing. Play the Geomancer, swing for 3. Just trying to keep the board clear. That's all I'm trying to do, just keep the board clear, even if it means using my spells a little bit ineffectively. Because this mage doesn't seem to have any good cards. She's playing nothing but bad cards. Yeah, she's continuing just to drop total junk, which is just fine by me. Play this. You know what? I'm gonna go for broke here. Go for Brokeback Mountain. Swing for the face. Now, a Flame Strike would let her clear my board out. So be it. I'm at 28 health. I can life tap my way back out of it, and then she's still at 13 health. She's got a Blizzard, which also clears my board. Basically the same thing as Flame Strike, unless she can play a minion, which she cannot. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and play the team here. See if she has another Blizzard / Flame Strike. And the Knife Juggler puts 2 damage on her face, which is pretty significant at this point, because I'm trying to burn her out. This is exactly lethal damage right here, it should be noted, so she needs to freeze my team or Flame Strike my team.
I wonder.
Squire, attend me.
That's not going to do anything unless she can back it up with a Defender of Argus or a Sunfury Protector. She has a Polymorph, which will let her live a turn. Let's life tap it up. Okay, how do we do this? Well, I'm going to redirect one of my damage so that I can Mortal Coil effectively. That's what we needed. Boom. Alright, so she's down to 1 health. If I draw Soulfire, which I have one of, I'll win. Argent Commander should win. And I have creatures on the board that will win as well. He's drawing a card off the Cult Master, which doesn't really do anything at the moment. Argent Commander doesn't do anything either, so this is over. Yay! Defender of Argus bringing it home. Alright, we made it to 10 wins. This is actually my second 10-win run in 2 days. Yesterday, I had a very good run as well. Let's see if we can make it to 11 this time. Or heck, even 12. It's been a little while since I've made it to 12. Gonna have to crawl over the corpse of another mage to get there.
Your soul shall be mine.
Okay, we're gonna mulligan Succubus. I don't want to play it if I don't have to, and I've got plenty of other stuff in this deck that I can play early on. Flame Imp is good. Blue Elf Thunder says, hooray for 10 wins. Yes, indeed. Let's see if Flame Imp can actually do something this game. Maybe kill a Mana Worm. Maybe, I don't know, hit for 3 damage. I don't know. No, don't, no, you suck. Ah, God, every time. Knife Juggler, well, not that I'm upset to kill a Knife Juggler, but still. Oh, there's a Succubus. Alright, well, you know what they say. You only live one time. There's a Succubus. Let's see if she has a Frostbolt or a 3-2 to kill it with. No, she's got nothing. She's got Stone Cold Steve Austin nothing. Alright, that's great. Am I going to Demon Fire this thing? No, I'm not going to Demon Fire. That's silly. Hit her in the face with 4 damage. Let's see if she was setting that up for like a Bluegill Warrior or Arcane Missiles or something, but if she doesn't do something about it this turn, I might just put a Demon Fire on it and hope for the best. She's got a Scarlet Crusader. Ah, okay. Well, okay, so the Demon Fire will have to wait. I'm going to need to kill the Scarlet Crusader off, unfortunately. So we're going to throw this in, draw a card. Hopefully Mortal Coil. Nope. Ah, I could do the Silverback Patriarch again. And in fact, I will. We're going for broke here, folks. Boom. Now the monkey's protecting my Succubus, holding off against the Scarlet Crusader. She can kill the monkey with Fire Blast and Scarlet Crusader, but then she's not killing the Abusive Sergeant. So I'm hoping that this lets me just sort of cheat my way to win. Yes, there are terrible things that could happen here, but when you're playing aggro, you gotta take these sort of risks. Hopeless Meat says, YOLOT? Yes, you only live one time.
I wonder.
Swansea asks, is this going up on YouTube? Then yes, indeed. I'll put the first one up on YouTube as well. It was pretty comical, but this one, of course, will have to go up. YOLOT! Whoa! What's she gonna do? She's gonna polymorph my Succubus. That is pretty desperate. And then just the Scarlet Crusader just dies. Alright, that's cool. Well, we can life tap now. Play Loot Hoarder. Don't see any reason to play the Geomancer here. Swing with the Sheep. Alright, pass the turn. So we've got the Geomancer, Mortal Coil combo. Arcane Explosion, you can see here, would be great. For some reason, whenever I play against mages, I always have these sort of setups where Arcane Explosion would be amazing, but whenever I'm a mage playing with Arcane Explosion, nobody does this to me. It's quite obnoxious. She goes off the Loot Hoarder, which I think is a mistake, actually. There's no reason to give me a card when you don't need to. She might as well have just killed off my 2-1 that doesn't draw a card. So, let's check for Mirror Entity. I was really hoping it was, then I could have Mortal Coiled and killed it. We're still a turn away from Flame Strike, but she could Blizzard me, which would be sad. Still, though, we're going to do this. We're going to put as much damage through as we can. I'm going to check for Vaporize with my Sheep. Please be Vaporized. It's actually Ice Barrier. That is actually kind of annoying. So she gained 8 health there, which is a lot of health. Not that that makes Ice Barrier a good card, mind you. But just in this particular case, it was kind of frustrating. So let's see if she has a Blizzard. That would let her win the game. Probably. Blue Elf Thunder says, Succubus drained a Polymorph. That was a win. It totally was. That was a pretty good Succubus there. I'm gonna give myself some credit. Alright, so she doesn't have Blizzard or she would have played it by now. She does Lord of the Arena. That's actually fine. I can take care of that really easily, thanks to my spell damage. Ooh, Dark Iron Dwarf. But no. We're just going to do this. 3 damage. Mortal Coil for 2 damage. Draw a card. Soulfire for 5 damage. Ooh. So we're going to play Dark Iron Dwarf. This does not survive Flame Strike, but it does put 2 extra damage on her face. Bobbity 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 boop. Boopity bo, boopity boop. Man, if it weren't for that ice armor, she'd already be dead. This actually deals 5 damage. Oh man, if she has a Flame Strike though, everything's gonna die. And then, does the extra damage matter? Not really. I'm not gonna play the Soulfire. I don't want to throw this away, have my board be Flame Struck, and her be sitting at 1 health. I'd rather have her play Flame Strike, play the Berserker, whatever other thing I play, and then Soulfire for 4. Does she have Flame Strike? No! She has Argent Commander. Well, she loses. There's no way she can survive this. Even without the Soulfire, she just passes the turn. Yeah. Okay, well, let's give the kill to the Geomancer.
Well played.
Well played. Hopeless Meat says, Soulfire now in case you draw another. That is a valid concern. The thing is, I didn't want to lose the Amani Berserker. I would rather risk losing the other Soulfire than guaranteed lose my Amani Berserker, just in case she had Flame Strike. I wanted to have more minions to put on the board. Because then every minion's basically like threatening to win the game, so she has to kill everything. Alright, so... Oh, Hopeless Meat asks in case if she had Flame Strike. Yeah, that would have been a good play then. If Soulfire was the only card in my hand, I would have just blasted her face. Because clearly I was needing to do that to win anyway, regardless. Alright, so we're up to 11 wins. This is 11-2, guys. This is the moment where I try to make it to 12 wins on the stream. I don't think I've done this before. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I've said, like this, I've never made it to 12 wins on the stream. I was at 11-2, and then I lost. So we'll see if I can do it this time. Who am I up against? Another Shaman? Okay. I'm mulliganing the Mortal Coils because there's so many in the deck. I'm probably going to get them back. Alright. Blue Hill Thunder says, that was a nice use of spell damage. I'm assuming remarking about the Demon Fire and Mortal Coil. Gotta say, that Kobold Geomancer has just been super duper solid. I'm so happy with him. Or her. It. And of course, 4 Mortal Coils is a little bit extreme. You don't see that every day. It's going to Rockbiter Weapon, so my Loot Hoarder gives me a card off the bat because he spent a card killing it, which I'm okay with. It also dealt 2 damage as a bonus. Alright. And he plays a Leopard Gnome. Ah, well, thank you for giving me Mortal Coil fodder. Good times had by all. And I'm going to play the Abusive Sergeant because he is a Shaman. I want to have this on the board ready to kill totems if need be. Blue Hill Thunder says, oh god, a Shaman, this could be bad. Could be, but it could be good if he doesn't have good cards. You just never know with those Shamans. So what do you do here? Do you run in with Mortal Coil? Do you use the Dark Iron Dwarf? I can't play Dark Iron Dwarf, I only have 3 mana. I could use Shadow Bolt. I think we're going to just Shadow Bolt this thing. That's what Shadow Bolt is for. So he's got 4 cards actually to my 6. I got advantage from Mortal Coil and I got advantage from Rockbiter Weapon, Loot Hoarder. So I'm ahead on cards. If I can just hang in there, I'm going to be fine. I don't need to be spectacular anymore. Alright, he's going to play a totem and... what is that? Lightning Bolt? Yep. Good thing it wasn't Frost Shock or Earth Shock because those would have killed 2 without the Overload. So I'm actually pretty happy with how that went down. I could play the Bluegill Warrior and Flame Imp, or I could play the Gnomish Inventor. I'm going to go for the Bluegill Warrior and the Flame Imp because this clears his board and puts more stuff on my board. Now, he could play Forked Lightning here, but if he does, he'll be overloaded next turn. And if he doesn't have Forked Lightning and 4 cards, play Dark Iron Dwarf, and we're going to start to deal some serious damage very quickly. Alright, does he actually have a Forked Lightning? No, he's a Grunt. Aha! Well then. What I'm going to do here is think. Knife Juggler, I can't play that on any other minion, so we're going to Mortal Coil this totem. See what card we get. Soulfire, I don't think it's worth it to Grunt, or Soulfire that Grunt, so we're just going to kill this off. A Dark Iron Dwarf with a nice big body. For 5 damage. Okay, so 4 cards to my 6. I'm just kind of winning, quote-unquote, fairly here through card advantage. Next turn I can do this if needed, or I can... oh, he's got a Fire Elemental. Fire Elemental. can't quite be killed here. Well, here's the plan. We're gonna do this. Hope the knife hits the fire elemental. Come on. Yes. And I will kill that off. So that's not too much card disadvantage. The fire elemental killed a creature, but it died just to one creature after that. Does he have a second fire elemental? Because he wants to. Nope, no fire elemental number 2. That's good. We have this thing again. Frostwolf Warlord. Alright, well I can kill that with Kobold Geomancer Soulfire if needed. But let's not go too crazy. Let's first of all play Argent Commander, see where the knife goes. As long as the knives don't hit his face, I'm good. God damn it. As long as the knife doesn't hit his face, I'm good. Come on. Game, don't do this to me. Thank you. Alright, so I could have actually killed that thing with my Gnomish Inventor to make it more likely that this thing would die, but we're just going to go ahead and hit him in the face. So if he's down to 11 health, I've got Geomancer plus Soulfire is 5 damage, unstoppable combo. So unless he has a Lightning Storm right here, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He could play Lightning Storm after this Unbound Elemental. Does he have Lightning Storm? No, he's got Earth Elemental. Uh-oh, that's actually a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I might have to put Soulfire on that. If I didn't get... Okay, I need my Spellbreaker is what I need. Let's fish for Spellbreaker. Come on. Oh, balls. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll do Geomancer and the Ogre Magi. This makes this do 6 damage. Throw the dude there. We're going to go for broke. Go all the way for the face. So I've got another Argent Commander, another Soulfire in my deck, I think. Do I? Yeah, I have another Soulfire in the deck, so I've got a number of outs. I just need him not to do anything ridiculous. But this is a pretty tense moment, because if he clears my board, I'm in trouble. If he doesn't clear my board, I'm doing fine. So that's not a super big deal. I can take care of that. Flame Tongue, not a super big deal. Don't really care about that too much. So yes, he clears 2 of my creatures out. But we get some damage through, which is really all we need. Soulfire for 5 damage, straight to the face. Oh, finally! Ah, finally. A 12-win run on the stream. Thank you all so much for coming today. It was so great to have you here in this historic moment where we got to 12 wins on the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, pat me on the back. Do a round of applause for me. I thank you for your patronage. Or not, because you didn't actually spend any money. But whatever, let's go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe and take a look at our 12 win prizes. How about a legendary? Hey, can I get a legendary? Golden Cult Master, not exactly what I was hoping for, but this is alright. This is what, 250? This is 330 gold. It's pretty good. 330? I'll take 330. Blue Thunder says 12 wins, yes, GG, thank you, yes. And we're actually going to stay over 9,000 thanks to that huge prize. Take a look at our pack. We got an epic in the last pack, and we're back to garbage. Wait, I think I might need another Master of Disguise. Hold on. I think that's actually new. I think that's one of like those few cards I don't have yet. Yes, that Master of Disguise is actually new. There's like a few rare cards I still don't have. I mean, I had 1 copy of it, but that was my 2nd copy. Hilarious. Let's go ahead and dust this Cult Master. Commander Zerg says, speech, speech, speech. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a long road that we had to tow, saying often that you only live one time, waiting for that one time when 12 wins could be reached. I didn't think that this day would come, but at the same time, I kind of did, because I know that if you play enough times, no matter how improbable something is, it's going to eventually happen. And then it did. So today is a testament to the laws of statistics, probability, and Papa Boris womping serious ass at Hearthstone, and it was an honor that you are the gentlemen and gentle ladies who were there to see it happen with me. Thank you for coming here today. Alright, and Blue Thunder says, and Warlock of all classes to go 12 wins on stream. I know. Pretty crazy, pretty good times. Well, let's go ahead and start the next run. Blue Thunder says, Turbo Questing Adventure deck intensifies. Yes! I didn't even have all the cards I needed for it. So it's a good thing I got that thing there. Alright, let's go ahead and I'm going to pop open the internet. Hoping my computer doesn't die. Our next class is Hunter, Rogue, or Druid. So strawpoll.net.